If you're writing your first book, you don't need motivation, you need clarity. So here are the top 5 mistakes authors make when they're starting their first book. Don't start without a clear outline. You know, some people say, I'm just gonna wait for the muse and I'm just gonna write, whatever comes to mind. Well, that might work for some people. For most people, that's a recipe for disaster. So the way that we've been able to help hundreds of clients, more than 500, get their stories out is by, well, first strategy and then outline. So we need a clear outline. We want to know exactly what you're going to write so that when you sit down to write, you're never looking at a blank page because you know exactly what should go on that page. So that's what I did for Your Book or Excuse. In order to write this, I first came up with an outline so that I knew exactly what I need to do here. Part 1, I knew it was going to be what happens when you lead with a book. And all those chapters here is essentially the benefits of having a book. And then part 2 was about proof in action. Then part 3 is about winners find ways, losers find excuses. So these are essentially all of the objections, all of the excuses that people tell themselves and buy into and believe that disallow them from writing their book. Then part 4 is about your book without excuses. So essentially what the process is to get your book out. And yes, getting your outline done is one of those steps. And then part 5 is the path forward. So how to move forward. Don't aim for perfection in your first draft. As Ernest Hemingway very elegantly put it, the first draft of anything is shit. So when I was writing the first draft of Your Book or Your Excuse, I had the outline and then I would just write. I would just pour my thoughts on the screen. Some people call it very elegantly a word vomit. You just need to do that. The mistake is to edit as you're writing because that requires a different part of your brain to actually do that. So never edit as you're writing, just write, pour that out. Don't try to say everything. The best books are focused. So if you take a look at Your Book or Your Excuse, I don't go into creative writing or prompts for writing. I don't get into the different ways that you can publish your book. I don't get into different publishing models. I don't get into marketing. I don't get into any of that. I've written other books on those topics. Some of those topics have been well covered by other authors. So very specific, be very specific about what you're writing and who it's for. Don't skip professional help. The worst thing that you can do is say, hey, I'm just gonna figure this out. I'm gonna do it on my own, hope and pray that works out. So yes, you could potentially get on KDP, just throw whatever you've written there, choose any generic cover, choose any categories, and you know what that is? It's a recipe for disaster. When people do that, after a couple months, they come to us saying, what happened? I thought I had a great book and nobody's even seeing it. You really need a team of professionals who's going to help you take this book to the highest possible level. Don't wait until the book is finished to be thinking about marketing. When I started writing Your Book or Your Excuse, the first thing I did was strategic positioning. What is strategic positioning? That's linked to marketing. So if we're going to launch the book, we're going to launch it to bestseller status, we really need to understand where that book belongs to on Amazon and other retailer sites. How are we going to create our unique selling proposition to stand out from the other books that are out there? So you need to think about marketing before you even start writing. Don't wait until your book is published to think about marketing. Typically that's too late. And when you come to us at that point, typically we need to change a lot of things.